Good morning, students. Welcome back to the new topic of your grammar. Today, we'll mainly discuss about the verbs. So, what are the verbs? All you know very well. Verbs are the action words. They tell us about the actions performed by the noun or the pronouns. Now, to start with the topic, before triggering, I would like to discuss about the regular verbs and the irregular verbs. What are regular verbs? Regular verbs are the weak verbs which are added by ed, d or t in the present, past and the past participle. For example, when we say open, opened, opened, operate, operated, operated, quarrel, quarreled, quarrel, race, raised, raised, say, said, said. These all verbs are very regular. Okay, now see the strong verbs. The strong verbs are the irregular verbs. These are added with the word like en, ed or double o, like the different. For example, you can see know, knew, known, see, saw, seen, come, came, come, throw, threw, thrown. Here all the present, past and past participle, they all are the different. Okay, so they are the irregular. Now children, let me talk about the transitive and intransitive verbs. Okay, what are the transitive? Before getting into it, I would like you to understand what are subject, verb and the object in a sentence. Yes, my dear students, all you know what is the subject, the verb. Without the verb, a sentence cannot be completed. And the objects, especially we'll talk about the direct object. If you remember, in the previous video, I already shared what are direct objects, like directly. So to complete the transitive verb, a direct object is needed. Now see, direct object where we can know the action is performed by whom or with. If I say Harishant is playing football, when I say Harishant is playing football, here the what is the verb? The verb is playing. Okay, and what is playing? He is playing football. Here the football is the object, and we understood that Harishant is playing football. Now see, please bring a glass of water. Here, when I ask you what is the verb, the bring is a verb, and what you are supposed to bring? A glass of water. So directly, what is the object? The direct object is a glass of water. So here, this is here the verb bring is a transitive verb because it is followed by an object. Now see, Hardik gave a chocolate, okay, to me. If I say Hardik gave a chocolate to Om, here we have two objects and both are the direct, like. So here also we can say the verb is in transitive. You can read on the another other sentence. Children speak the truth. What is the object here? The truth. So it is a transitive verb. You can add so many examples like I locked the cupboard. Here we have the verb, object. Now see the intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs are the verbs which has no objects. Okay, doesn't have the objects. They have the other words but not the object. If I'm saying Hardik, if I'm saying Harshit is playing, here Harshit is playing in the field, but did you find any object here? No. We know he is playing in the field. Vinay goes to school. Vinay goes to school. If you frame your sentence, what Vinay is doing in the school or where he goes. So he goes to the school, but here we don't have the object. School, we come to know, but not the object. Children speak too loudly. They speak loudly, but loudly we cannot add as a direct object. Hardik gave nothing. So, what Hardik gave? Nothing. We did not come to know what exactly Hardik gave. So, here these are the transitive, intransitive verbs which does not have objects. Now let further proceed to the verbs where I will give you in detail about, but let me give you an introduction about the finite verbs and the non-finite verbs. The very first thing, keep it in mind, my dear students, the finite verbs are the verbs which agree to the subject. Okay, if I say to you, I are playing, you did not agree because I is used with are, which I is not. We must say I am playing. Okay, like non-finite verb, they never agree with the subject. Subject keep on changing, but the verb doesn't. But in the finite verb, the verb agrees with the subject always. Okay, to understand the mainly, just see in the finite verb the limitation is fixed. Okay, in the finite verb the limitation is fixed. To see the subject, where the subject agrees the verb, the subject can be changed according to the tense, according to the person, according to the number. The tense, if I'm saying Hardik is playing football, okay, or students of 8th B are playing football, here the verb changes, because in the very first sentence I said Hardik is playing. There I was talking about I was talking about one person, but in the another sentence I have number of students, the whole class. So verb changes according to the subject. It changes according to the tense also. Like if I say Aditya play cricket, okay, Aditya played cricket yesterday, or Aditya will be playing cricket on tomorrow. So here if you see the verb, in the finite verb the verb changes according to the present, past and future. Okay, now come to the number. The number like the singular and the plural. According to the singular and the plural also the verbs change. Okay, for example, I bought an apple. Okay, like take the apple as a subject. Apple is red in color, or if I say apples are red in color, here according to the subject, once it was a singular, according to the number, when we have a singular we use the singular verbs, and when the subject is plural in number then we use the plural verbs. Now turn on to the non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs do not change according to the tense, person or a number. Okay, they remain the same. One thing you keep it in mind, finite verb changes according to the subject. Non-finite verbs do not change according to the subject. If I say I found his office at a walking distance, I found his office at a walking distance, here the found is a finite verb. I may say his office at a walking distance, so it is non-finite verb, the walking. She found his office at a walking distance, they found their office. But if I use the same sentence in the present tense, I say I find his office at a walking distance. So here we can say the walking is a non-finite verb, but the found will change according to the tense. Now turn to the next sentence. He finds his office at a walking distance. So here the finite verb change according to the, or I will be finding, or I will find his office. So it may change according to the, but when we talk about this verb walking, like at a walking distance, it remain the same in both or in the all the three tenses. It is a non-finite verb. Non-finite verb which do not. Just to make it more easy for you, let you see the few more examples. Arya runs a mile daily. Okay, so Arya runs. Here Arya is a singular, so it changes according to the subject, but the non-finite verbs do not change according to the subjects. Thank you children. Bye bye. Have a good day.